Friends, the topic is what are the issues that we are facing to implement the climate change accord which took place in the Paris. I would like to start off with the debate that is going on between the developed and the developing countries, because it is the developed countries that think developing countries are causing the pollution, whereas developing countries are blaming that it is the developed countries who has already done the damage which needs now to be cured, for which developing countries think that there should be fund provided from the developed nation so that developing countries can continue their development, whereas keeping in mind that they should use sustainable resources of energy like solar power and water energy, hydro energy, for which they need funds and technology from the developed nations.
I agree with your point because the whatever the developed countries are right now, they were developing countries in the past, and right now the situation is that we have to provide some aid for the developing countries, like the economic aid, like. But there are some issues in internals also, like we have corruption in our country, like we have unawareness in our country regarding the climate change. In my own home, my father say whatever nothing happens if I burn coal, it will mix up to the air. Nothing, it will go to the up to the air. This is only the awareness we have to spread to on our people.
Yeah, totally. Climate change is basically totally depend upon the human activities. So whatever the humans do, it generally it generally affects the climate change. Whatever is happening right now on the global level, like the thermal emission, the electricity we use, it all generally affects the climate change. Generally affects the climate. So if you talk about the developed nation and developing nation, so every nation has humans. So somehow the developed nation has affected the climate, and now the developing nations are doing the same thing to the climate.
Yes, developing nations always require the energy, and as India itself, in India there are 300 million people which still did not get electricity, and the main source of energy in India is coal only. So it's required from the developed country to give them funds so that they can countries like India can use clean energy sources like solar energy, which required a lot of investment, so that in India the electricity will be all part and it will be clean.
So adding to your points, my friend's points, it is the time for stopping the blame games between developing countries and developed countries. It is time to take responsibility with us, with yourself, with ourselves, as because if we say take an example of if we take public transport instead of using your bikes, cars, then you are actually what you are doing, you are harming, you are releasing the carbon dioxide. Your carbon footprint is increasing.
Exactly. I think that first of all, the implementation should start from the individual level, because this is where the problem lies. Right now, according to the current scenario in India, there is introduction of electric vehicles, but we can see there is no assurance and there is no faith in the electronic vehicles. Whereas countries like Norway, which have companies like Tesla, they are using electronic vehicle without any problem. So first of all, we also need to build the faith within the people that the renewable sources of energy are reliable and we can use them without any effort. For that, government first of all have to be self-assured, and the companies that are coming with their product should be of that quality that people do not face any problem while using them. Then only we can think that we can get an alternative to the fossil fuel vehicles and as well as power source energy.
Talking about using the clean energy resources, I would rather say that India is still a developing nation, and it's really a tough task for a developing nation to switch the energy sources to this type of energy sources. Like in India, we are more dependent on non-renewable energy sources like fossil fuels, and these are the main reasons for the carbon emission, and that the carbon emission is the main reason for the climate change. So I would rather say that the budget or the economical condition in India right now is not very supportive for whatever you're saying. And other than that, I would say that the climate change, whatever is happening right now, is totally dependent on ground level. So everyone, every human on this planet have to understand this, have to understand what basically is going on with their activities. If you're using a single mobile phone, that would cause some emission that would affect the climate. So that is my point.
Adding to your
Actually,
point,
I have two points here. As my friend said about the awareness of at the ground level, for that I have a very good example of Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, where the government took forward step to Swachh the Bharat. Then only the people got aware about the swachness of the what we say cleanliness around ourselves. So in this way, similarly, we have to create awareness. By our government. First, the government took step. Only then on the mass scale the emission will be stopped. And the second point is that we are talking about the India right now. Everyone is talking about India. In my point of view, I think the India is doing quite well because it is a developing nation and also a leading countries in also come in leading countries that using a solar energy power for the power job.
Adding to my friend pants that India is a developing country while it also has its area of 21.4% with covered with forest. So India is not, we cannot say that India is a main source for the climatic change. All the different countries who are facing problems and like mainly of the Africa which are underdeveloped and where the terrorist or there is dictatorship in some areas in most of this countries with the Muslim there are many terrorist attacks, so they are also causing the pollution. So for that the UN peacekeepers and UN peacekeeper forces and the investment should be go there also, so that's they are the main one of the main source for the climatic changes.
Adding to my friend's point, first of all, lead of the hour is we have to change our we have to do behavioral changes. Like that, we are using plastic bags when we used to carry market. We used to go market. So the using of plastic bags, which ultimately what happens? It generates somewhere you can see that in the road somewhere burning these plastic bags, plastic wrappers. So we can change in our level, in our behavior level, we can change this attitude by contributing.
Friends, another thing is we need to think about which countries should be kept in the list of developing nations and which should be moved to developed nation. For example, nowadays we can see that first of all China, it has been kept in the category of developing nations since many years. It has used the funds from the developed nation from various organizations which provide funds, and it has now developed at such a level that it can produce its own technology and can do whatever means it can take the solution steps on its own. So I think similarly is the case with India. India is also a country where I think in 10 or 20 in future in 10 or 20 years we would be a developed nation of our own. So first of all, this fund should be moved toward those countries which are underdeveloped right now, because later on, right now there are not too many developing countries, but later on when the third world country would come up in the phase of development, then they will also cross the same path that India and China are crossing right now, and they will be also using coal fuel. So if we promote those underdeveloped countries and give them the alternative path to development, then it would be a much better step instead of providing to a few handful of countries the sources and the money that developed nation would provide.
And I think the climate change is totally depend upon the awareness of the civilians of every nation. So if you talk about the developed nations are causing more carbon emission, or the developing countries are causing more carbon emission, so we are not talking about fact and figures. I would rather say that the people they need to be aware that whatever they are doing, how they are affecting the climate. and they need to be the government has some role in we can say educating the civilians of the nation.
Adding to my friend's view, the government is doing very much good. As we see the forest survey report, the forest cover of our India is increased by 0.16%. Now it is around 21.16%. So the by using LPG, the burning of woods by the villagers have reduced. So the forest cover in our country has increased, and like that many schemes have launched by the government. So very important part of this key role is how they are implementing, and the from our side, from the user side, we should have that much aware that how to implement those rules.
And talk about the Paris summit that was happened in 2015, and again in 2019 there was a Madrid summit regarding the climate change. So we can relate that a lot of changed during these 4 years of span of 4 years. Like in 2015 we have if I talk about the fact and figures, I don't remember exactly, but the carbon emission was way too less than what it is right now. So I don't think that there is something changing with all the summits that is happening all over the world. It should be something connected to the people's mentality and their awareness, that they should be aware enough that whatever they're doing, it is indirectly or indirectly affecting the climate.
Yes, the summit which was held in 2019, no conclusion was able to make there, as developing countries were also there in carbon emission, were having high carbon emission, and developed country were also having. So there was no final conclusion on that point. So there should be a conclusion should be there. There should be a final decision which should be take that the developed country should use or produce this much, and developing for there should be criteria for all different countries, and also that my friend has said to categorize properly that which is the developed country and which is developing country and which are underdeveloped, so that proper investment should go to the different countries, and work should go on there to help to improve so that there should be not a climatic
I
change.
agree with the friend's point about that. We
To
should
decide the conclusion.
we should that
Is that the conclusion? Friends, I think we can conclude that first of all, leniency should be removed in implementing the projects or whatever initiatives we are taking at national, at government level, as well as at individual level. And the second thing is that proper fund technology and research work should be done in each and every country individually, so that we can take the steps forward for developing for reducing the pollution.
on adding to your point, whatever you have said is correct, but we need a proper cooperation between the countries. Some countries are not able to. How can I say that? Some country cannot do research over the particular matters or particular subjects. So they need quite a good cooperation between the technologies and the knowledge.
And this is where UN comes. So UN is basically for this, that providing the budget funds for these countries to research and develop such technologies. And other than that, whatever you have said is totally logical. That the government and we have to take steps in individual level as well as state level and as well as national and international level to avoid such circumstances to happen.
Yes, so finally we can conclude that with the cooperation of individual, government, countries, and different countries and UN, we can our climatic change can stop, and we can be our environment will be stable.
Yeah, it can be reduced to a certain level.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.